The Kobo Aura Edition 2 is the latest generation e-reader from Kobo. It's 6 inches. The resolution's 1024 by 768 at 212 ppi. So it's certainly not competing against the Kindle Oasises of the world, but this is an entry-level e-reader that's perfect for people who are buying it for the first time or are upgrading from an older Kobo e-reader such as the Kobo Touch or the Kobo Glow.
Right. So the Kobo is a little bit different than the Kobo Aura 1 because this one is not a flush screen and bezel. This one actually has a 1mm gap, but it is really clean looking and it's a very shallow dip. We have the Kobo Rakuten logo on the front. We have a status indicator light. All sides are clean except for the bottom. We have a micro USB port and the power button has been moved to the back. You have a nice embossed logo and a really good no fingerprint showing backing, which is high grip and kind of artistic-y looking.
If you've had a Kobo e-reader over the course of the last few years, they're not really rewriting their playbook. The home screen is fairly consistent.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, it replaces the old tasks. So if you open up the web browser, maybe this book will disappear and the web browser shortcut will be there. Or if you open up Pocket, Pocket will appear here.
You can't personally rearrange anything. It's not like an Android screen where you can move your tabs around. It's just going to show up whatever you open.
Yeah, it's meant to be a shortcut to the last few tasks that you did. Because with e-readers, limited functionality, they only have a few things that you can do, so you might as well do everything in a singular place rather than diving into sub-menus.
Right.
Kobo likes to sell e-books.
Sure. So you can see compared to the Amazon devices where you scroll on the Kindle, everything's tabbed here, so it offers a lot more of a organized look at everything. If you want to see related, reviews, details, etc., everything's kind of in this one box.
Right. So I think that Kobo makes effective use of the screen real estate when it comes to its store, and we couldn't always say that. I remember a time when Kobo's store was very convoluted and complex, but they've really simplified things over the years, and I really like what they're continuing to do.
We're going to open up an ebook because it is an e-reader. We're going to show you what e-reading is like. So page turns are relatively fast. This doesn't suffer in that aspect. Long presses have a quick definition. You have a share to Facebook, a search in book, Wikipedia, or Google, or you have highlight and add a note. We'll look at the keyboard. Keyboard is almost conventional QWERTY, unstaggered keys. Everything's kind of on top of each other. The keyboard isn't terrible. It does actually work pretty quick, and it does have a row of numbers up top. Sometimes it can play catch up, but it never actually misses a key. If you click the double A button at the bottom, you can change all of the line spacing, fonts, margins, justification. Everything changes live.
A lot of e-reader companies will offer presets for line spacing and margins. Maybe they'll have 2 or 3 different options. Barnes & Noble and Amazon, for example, whereas Kobo allows you to have true flexibility to craft your own e-reading experience.
And they also have a before and after, which will show you what it's going to look like before and after you apply these settings. You can click apply to change everything. Also, we have a little status bar graph here. This will show you more statistics in book, minutes left to read, hours to go, etc., etc. So this gives you, just a little bit of an in-depth look of how your reading skills are. So this is about a 10 MB newspaper PDF. We put this on because it's nice and light, but it gives you good differences between the headers, grayscale, and text elements. Now it is rather small because it is a 6-inch e-reader, so we're going to have to do some pinch and zooming. The initial pinch and zoom isn't bad, but navigating is a little bit sluggish. You can see that everything kind of blurs. You do have a mini map on the top corner telling you where you are, and once we let go, it is about a 3-second render.
So if this is a newspaper, so obviously you're going to be scrolling up and down, and it's a little bit discombobulated.
It is, yeah.
So I would say that maybe a file like this isn't proper for the e-reader. I would probably load in something like
Get
a
a
digital
manga or
comic or a manga,
Yeah.
something that
With big
you don't need
squares.
the pinch and zoom.
Exactly. If you,
Many people are unaware, but this e-reader does have a frontlit display, and it's one of the best that we've ever seen on a Kobo product.
it's consistent corner to corner. There's no splotchiness or overexposed sections where the LEDs are located. Now, unlike the Kobo Aura 1, which is the larger 7.8 version, this one does not have the white balance sensor, so you can't change any of the white balance and go to candlelight. But it does have a full light intensity gauge here, so you can turn it down all the way to 0. We won't go to 0 because it'll be completely dark in here, but you can find that even range of light that best suits you. It doesn't maybe wake up the person next to you. You can see that it is a very nice even glow.
This is a very budget-friendly e-reader. You're certainly not breaking the bank. It's $100 at launch, and in the first week of September, you're going to be able to order it both in Canada and the US, international markets to follow soon thereafter. In the end, we're going to leave it up to you guys to gauge whether this e-reader is right for you. Drop a comment below for Good e-reader and a review of the Kobo Aura Edition 2. My name is Michael.
This is Peter.
Everybody take care.